Welcome back to another episode of Amateur Game Review. I'm Mason, this is Zach, and in order to get you ready for the spooky season, we're going to play Dead Space.
I think this will be a really good review because you have played Dead Space a lot, I'm assuming, and this was my first time.
Really?
Yes.
Never played Dead Space before.
I think I tried to play it a long time ago, and I must not have gotten very far because I don't remember any of it.
Well, I will sum it up as best as I can. Resident Evil 4, but in space.
Actually, yes, that is a really
perfect,
good... Yeah.
That is the perfect way to describe this game. We are done. See you in the next episode.
I could tell you were super excited when we decided to play Dead Space because I had said, Mason, it's about Halloween, we should do a horror game.
Yeah.
And before I got it out, he was like, Dead Space.
Dead Space,
I was like, you don't want to play something Dead Space?
Dead Space.
I was like, all right, Dead Space it is.
Out of all the horror games, to me, this just felt right.
Yeah.
It's been, to me, I think everybody, please write in the comments if you agree with me. We all want a Dead Space 4, a Dead Space remaster, remake, reboot, whatever. Mm-hmm. This series needs to come back, but EA won't get off their ass.
This did not feel like a 2008 game to me.
Really?
No, even though I just now played it. Now, I played two different versions. I played the PC version, and I played the Xbox 360 version.
Okay.
There's a reason for that. I was just going to play the PC version. I highly don't recommend it. I'll put up some clips or whatever, but it's one of the definitions of bad PC ports. Like,
I remember when I watched you play it, something about it did seem off to me. Like, the graphics obviously look better than a 360, but there was just something not right.
At points, they looked better in the 360. Like, all the textures and stuff looked great, but then, like, someone's long ponytail, for instance, was about 40 feet long at one point.
Yeah.
Dead bodies that were just supposed to be laying there are, like, flopping around and jumping through the floor. There was a lot of clipping. I had some sound issues, too.
Really?
Yeah, I actually, I was like, man, this is an absolute mess. And I got to where you get the plasma cutter, and then you open up a door where there's an attack that happens, and you can't go through the first door. Now, there is a patch that fixes it, but you have to do it separately. It's like a user or community patch, basically. It's
so
for a game that's been out for 12 years. That's
So
not
you
acceptable.
would recommend playing on Xbox or PlayStation?
Yeah, highly. But let me tell you what stood out immediately to me. Lighting.
Oh, God, yes.
Like not necessarily like the amazingness of how the lighting looked, just the way they used it.
Mm-hmm.
And the sound. Atmosphere.
This is a game I say you have to play with headphones. Just play on
I could jump on board with that. I wasn't playing with headphones, and I kind of wish I was, but even without it, superb.
Well, see,
maybe the best sound I've ever heard.
Jesus! Open fire! Open fire! Sender! Power! Sender!
Come on! Got it!
Isaac! Get the hell out of there!
The door's unlocked! Run! Run, Isaac! Get the hell out of there!
There's at times it's a little over the top, like in your face, trying to get you with the sounds.
That is true. There's some, jump scares, orchestral hits, stuff like that, but nothing. It fits, I say.
Yeah,
it's really well.
They're a little heavy-handed sometimes on the jump scares, but other than that, it's an absolutely amazing game. I would say more action than survival horror.
Oh God, yeah, it is definitely more action. So, if you're wanting more of a faster pace, survival horror, this is the game for you.
I would say if there's one flaw with the horror aspect is they never really give it time to build up. It's always jump scare, jump scare, jump scare.
It's kind of just, in my opinion, it's thrown in all at once.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as you're out of the spaceship and you're in that main room.
Yeah, I think it takes 3 minutes before there's the, boom, they're out of
monsters are everywhere.
Yeah.
You're getting wrecked. It's a horrible time.
Yeah.
But fun. So the gameplay is pretty straightforward. It's a survival horror, over the shoulder.
Yeah, third person.
Yeah, third person. And in order to make it more scary, you're not a fighter. You're an engineer.
Yeah.
So all of your weapons are engineering equipment.
Yeah. Except for the pulse rifle.
Yeah, except for the pulse rifle, but almost all of the weapons, they're tools.
Yeah, they really are tools. And the main mechanic of the game is instead of going for headshots and stuff, you have to dismember.
Yeah.
Dismember the aliens. And they they like shove that in your face. They like don't give you a chance to try to figure out. That's what you got to do. They're like, there's like 5 or 6 pop-ups right at the beginning. Like,
Yep.
hey, make sure you dismember them. Audio log. Oh, you got to dismember them. Don't go for their heads.
Yeah.
I found out how to kill them.
It's almost like EA was like, hey, is the audience too stupid to figure out what to do?
Yeah.
Even though all the monsters have these giant arms and tentacles
Yeah.
and all this other crap just hanging everywhere.
Yeah,
It's like,
actually, if you blow off their heads, I think it just pisses them off.
yeah, it doesn't do nothing.
Yeah.
What I like to do is I shoot the limbs, and just to make sure they're dead, I'll go over and stomp on them.
Yeah,
at
that's
least
what I was
4
doing
times.
too. Piggybacking off of gameplay, and this is another really amazing thing that you don't see a lot of games do, the UI. There basically is no UI.
It's all on his back. The health is right there on his back and
Yes,
left
yeah.
shoulder.
The health is on his back, the stasis is on his shoulder.
Yep.
If the gun has anything, like how many bullets are in it, it's on the gun. Like, there is no like actual UI, no heads-up display. It's all part of the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Like, if you pull up the map, for instance, his suit pulls up the map, and if you rotate the camera around, you can rotate.
Yeah, it's super awesome. This is honestly probably one of the most immersive games I've ever played.
Yeah.
At least in horror.
One of the coolest things was if you're, searching through the inventory or the store, and you're clicking through items, his head will follow along and look at all the
Yep.
items because he's looking at it on his suit.
Yes.
It's really cool. They did a fantastic job of that. I honestly, I've not, off the top of my head, I can't remember any game that's done a UI quite like this.
The basic story of the game is you're an engineer and you're going to this ship. I cannot remember the name of it.
The USG Ishimura.
Yes.
That was close. That's probably not exactly right.
So you're going to the Ishimura, whatever the hell it's called, to go find your wife, girlfriend.
Yeah.
The ship had no communications, and you got to go fix it.
Yeah, you're just a normal guy with a normal job. You're basically a mechanic, engineer.
Yeah.
And you're going to work on something. You're not John McClane, you're not Batman, you're not going in to save the day, but that's exactly what you end up doing. But yeah, right from there, you get to the ship, and it's supposed to be 1,000 people on board, a giant community working, and
they're all dead.
Yeah. 2 minute into the game, spoiler alert, they're all dead, and you basically have to survive because you have no way off of it now, and you're also looking for your girlfriend.
Yep.
So we have basically covered all aspects of the game. There's not a lot to it, but what they've done, they do great. Yeah. So it's no secret that you really enjoyed this game. So why don't you tell us why you think everyone should play this game?
In my opinion, this is probably one of the best horror games ever made. It's up there with Resident Evil, Silent Hill, Fatal Frame, whatever you consider the greatest game. Just play it. I say go out and buy it because EA needs to see that we want another Dead Space, whether it's a 4, remake, remaster, reboot, whatever you want to call it. Mm. We need more Dead Space. This game is obviously, I think they showed it a lot of love and care. Just go out and play it. You're doing yourself a favor.
If you just want an absolutely amazing playing, pretty scary game, it's not the scariest game in the world. I would put it, it's more towards the action of action horror, but it's got all the pieces. I would highly recommend it also. But that about does it for this video. If you have followed along till this point in the video, we really appreciate it. The longer you view, the more you view, it really helps us out. Obviously, we don't have a lot of subscribers, and we're trying to get up there.
Yeah.
But we appreciate everyone that we do have. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, stay in touch. I'll put links down to our social media accounts below. We have a Twitter and an Instagram. And if you would like to see us review a specific game or just play a specific game in general, why don't you let us know that in the comments below. But until next time, guys.